Hello everyone and welcome back to another math video. Today we're going to be looking at how do you find probability using two-way frequency tables. Just a reminder, this is the speedrun version where we go through it pretty quickly. If you'd like the normal version of the lesson, I will link that in the description below. All right, your Ricasso Recap starts now. In 30 seconds or less, here's what you need to know before you start this lesson. You should already know how to reduce fractions. If you'd like a refresher on this topic, I will link a video in the description below. All right, new lesson starts now. Here we go. So it says a store is selling signs that read Happy Holidays. The signs come in two sizes and two colors. All right, so we've got, got big and small size, and we've got red and green for color. And it says, what is the probability that a randomly selected sign is green and small? Okay, so green signs, we're looking at these numbers. Small signs, we're looking at these numbers. And it's an and, okay? So it has to be green and small, both have to be true. And so that would be this number right here, it'd be 2, okay? So it's 2 out of the total amount of signs. So how many total amount of signs are there? Well, there's 3 plus 4 plus 4 plus 2, right? You just add up all the numbers in the table. And so that would be 13. So it's, again, 2 out of the 13 total. And this cannot be reduced, so this is our final answer. All right, new problem here. This says Kira looked at some boxes of cereal in the grocery store. For each one, she recorded the size and whether or not it contained a prize. All right, and then it says, what is the probability that a randomly selected box of cereal is regular size, or, that's a new word there, contains a prize? Okay, so the regular sized are these right here, and contains a prize are these numbers right here. And so this is an or probability, which means that either one of them can be true. So we actually have to add up all of these numbers. And so if we add up all the numbers that we've circled here, right, because we want to know what's the probability that I pick one that is either regular size or has a prize. Right? So if either one is true, we're good to go. So 3 plus 3 plus 1. Again, I'm adding up all the numbers that I circled. That would be 7 out of the total. Okay? And the total is 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1, which equals, let's see here, 3, 6, 9, 10. All right, 7 out of the 10, okay, will work. All right, last one. It says, to get to know her students better, Miss Wilson surveyed her math students to determine what hobbies and school subjects they prefer. Okay, what is the probability that a randomly selected student prefers the arts, so arts, or does not prefer literature? All right, so let's start with the arts. So we're looking at these numbers. And then it says does not prefer literature. So does not prefer literature would be those that prefer math. So we circled those numbers. And this is an or probability. So we're going to add up all of our numbers here. So 4 plus 9 plus 10 plus 3. And that will give us, I believe, 26, yes. And then for the total, we do those same numbers plus the other numbers in the chart that we didn't add, plus 7 plus 8, and that will give us 41. So 26 out of 41, that cannot be reduced, so this is our final answer. All right, here's our quote block for today, which means that it is time for you to practice what you just learned. Go ahead and pause the video and try these two problems on your own. And when you're ready, you can unpause the video and we'll check your answers. Okay, now that you've had time to work these problems, let's check your solutions. Okay, for the first problem here is the work. You should have gotten 25 out of 27. And for the second problem, notice that this was an and question, so it is 1 out of the 16 total. Neither of these answers can be reduced, so we are done with these problems. And we are done for today. I hope you all have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.